Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished a taste of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Bale. Good chance here!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Rummenigge. Well, that's well seen too. Well, that is one way to stop him.
Well, the greatest goal threat down below us, Peter, is Michael Owen.
Forever the boy wonder. First onto the world scene, of course, in such sensational style, and left us with that unforgettable impression.
Yeah, and he'll forever be remembered for that, Peter, but his catch-me-if-you-can style of...
Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will stick.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's been cut out. Well played. Probing pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mohamed Salah. Messi. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Bale. Bale gets it away. Casillas gets his gloves on it. Nice and calm. Tries to pass it through. So much time and space here. Elects to cross. It's out for a goal kick. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Mohamed Salah. He's in a good position here.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Messi. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rummenigge. And this is Mohamed Salah looking for the run. And he's managed to get free. And the shot's on here. Might be... There's the shot! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Mohamed Salah demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. And this is Messi. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, it's a great ball here. Caught offside that time. And it's Scholes. Oh, delightful ball. And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Cleared without hesitation. Scholes. That's good play. Pings in across. A mighty effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied. Pretty robust defending.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Dixon. Owen. He's a sharp little ball here. He's through, now is he in? Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That has not gone well.
Owen really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Messi. Caceres. Hit into the middle. Up he goes! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Good looking ball. And this is Van Basten. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played out to the left flank. Flings it across. Vitinha. Rummenigge. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that is that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mohamed Salah, can he finish? Deftly away.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on the team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That's been intercepted. Foden. Foden! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, important interception. Mohamed Salah. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Probing pass. No, that was never going to make it. And it's Vitinha. Pass is just off target. Xabi Alonso. Mohamed Salah. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And here's the chance to counter. Good ball, good take. Yamal. Oh, that looks a decent ball. Goes for a shot! And another try! Goal! Atletico Mineiro! And Atletico Mineiro score first. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Atletico Mineiro have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. That's just playing it safe and simple.
In by Messi. Chance for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off. That's an imaginative pass. He's in plenty of space here. Showing good feet. And here's Roberto Carlos. Casillas claims it safe hands. And here's Neymar. Adams does well to stand firm and defend it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rummenigge. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that
Volunteers
needs
to each
rousing at half-time
Please
because in
report to the
truth
staff
they've
room
not
immediately.
really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Here it is, crossed in. Mateus. Rummenigge. Vitinha is always looking to break lines. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. That's a cute ball. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Batistuta, and that's a ball! And he's there to clear it. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mohamed Salah. There's a sharp little ball here. It's ended up in no man's land. And that's another good win of the ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Foden. Good ball over the top. Shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Atletico Mineiro are doing very nicely, thank you. And Deco! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. Jamal! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Somewhat off target. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, should have put that away.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Mateus. Atletico Mineiro are looking to go forward now. And it's Vitinha. Oh, what has happened? He tries a shot! And yes, it's there! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Added minute has been indicated.
This is threatening to become a really good game. Messi, and this is Mohamed Salah. Deco. 4 extra minutes added on. Nicely worked. And that will be the final act. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a lovely, neat pass. Quality ball. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Rummenigge. And he's away. Rummenigge! He's scored! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Utrecht finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Azar. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mateus. Knocks it into space. Shot goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Utrecht with the corner, there first. And it's hoisted clear. He's on, and he shoots! Well, there's the clearance. Nice looking ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rummenigge aims beyond the defence. And this is Mohamed Salah.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And smartly reclaimed. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through. Cleared without complication. Not the most accurate pass. And this is Mohamed Salah. So nearly the perfect ball. Done delicately. Rummenigge. And they're back on the ball again. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Utrecht really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a conscious effort to almost bypass midfield and get someone in quickly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the long ball is ridiculed somewhat, but long passing will always have a respect, particularly if it picks out the movement up front, of course.
Distributed tidily. Looking to play him in. Kante was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He won't be happy with that one. Mohamed Salah, who's set up one goal so far.
There will be
Now
one
he's got
minute
space
added
here.
time.
And we hit half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection
And
of what we've all seen,
please
Peter.
turn towards the
Some
screen
incisive
for a
play one
special
side, battling
presentation
qualities on
featuring
the
our
other.
guest
I think
performance
this
today.
game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Substitution on the field.
Leading 1-0
Number
at the break.
31, Ansu Fati.
And
Coming
the
on the
action is
field
back on the
is
way.
Number 20.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
That was good alertness. Guardiola. And here's Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Great chance! It's in! Checked! Back in business! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Mohamed Salah. Great vision. He can run onto that. Face to face. Can he finish? Salah, big header. It's there. And they're back in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's really well cleared. Guardiola. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Utrecht really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's...
Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's managed to get free. Rummenigge! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Half an hour gone in the second half.
Utrecht really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Haaland! And he's there to get it away. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Forlan. Hazard. And here's Mbappe. Nice interception, well timed. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And this is Mohamed Salah.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that will be the final act. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, important interception. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A probing pass, well read, and the danger is averted. Deftly away. Some really good ball movement.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter.
Neymar! Goal! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Tries to pass it through. Cannavaro.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's come to nothing. And he's going to be disappointed with that. This looks promising. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Big chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Searching pass he's played there. He's shifting through the gears here. It's Van Basten! And he's following up. And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, he was always going to be set like that, the keeper, and he didn't have the composure to avoid him.
Picks up Neymar! It's anyone's ball now. Messi.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Adams calmly anticipates. Looking for options for movement. Takes a shot! This time surely! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a blue hat kindly make his way to the information center?
So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline.
Oh, shooting chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foe. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Security staff for each block, please report to the...
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jordi Alba, looking to play him in. Jordi Alba delivers. Costa Curta with the clearance. He's in a great position. It's roll! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And a chance! Well, that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Raul. Now it's Rosicky. Now, can they get him away? And he's straight offside. Iker Casillas, Jim, a man considered amongst the greatest ever when it comes to goalkeeping.
Yeah, and it's all the more impressive given that he's relatively short for a keeper, Peter. But he makes up for it with his agility, his laser focus, and the ability to live up to the big occasion. Also, don't forget the way he exerts.
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here. Rummenigge, a player of legendary status. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Jordi Alba. No, not quite on the same wavelength. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Raul. Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Out of play for a throw. And it's Rosicky. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rosicky. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, well played, well played. Rummenigge. Here's Vitinha. That has ended up in no man's land. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Messi, and it's Rosicky. Rosicky will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Gets his head on it! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Mohamed Salah, and he's worked it through. Well timed, excellent interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Messi. Adams gets across to intercept that. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And if you're just back from your break, chance! Suarez gets flagged offside. Rosicky. Can he get it through? Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Griezmann.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mohamed Salah actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raul unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Salah. Rummenigge. And he's intervened well there. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's come loose. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Tries to play it through. Suarez is flagged offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And this is Luis Suarez. That has been slung wide. It's Forlan. And it's Vitinha. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's a promising build-up. Chance! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. And he's buried it! 1-0. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
A 1-0 lead established.
It was definitely a brave call by the referee to give that penalty, and I think the way this game has gone, it could easily turn out to be the decisive moment.
Rosicki looking for options for movement.
That's just playing it safe and simple. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And smartly reclaimed. Threads one in. Very much into the last knockings.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's a little off target. That's the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they... Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here.
Cantona really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Forlan. Well, Jim, there have been quite a few lethal front threes down the years, but this man, Neymar, might have been a part of the best of them all.
I would say so. I mean, they won the treble in 2014-15, so it's hard to argue against that.
In the first season, they played together too.
All three of them had great seasons, but I can't forget that game against the battle-hardened boys from Madrid, where they all scored.
Neymar got the first one, of course. The pass into him looked lucky, but was apparently intentional.
That's what they all showed.
Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Forlan tries to pass it through. Rummenigge.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Guardiola. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's shifting through the gears here. Up he goes! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Forlan clears it away. He's gone for goal! And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's onto this. And now they can clear their lines. And he's done very well to take that back. And it's Forlan. Rummenigge. Denied by an instinctive save.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cleared without hesitation. And the finish! Stay down for him. It's a pretty loose pass. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rivaldo gets into a good position. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. This might spell it's Neymar! Goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy. Rummenigge! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. He's tried one! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view.
There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Neymar, Messi, Forlan, Griezmann. Passing is crisp and sharp, pass somewhat off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries to play it through. Neymar picks it up out wide. And he's whipped. He gets big. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's come to nothing. Mignon getting this one clear. Neymar.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Cantona. Mateus has given away a free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Rivaldo! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Deftly away. And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Mohamed Salah.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner. And the shot! And it's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Number 18, Messi.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Number 17.
Oh, that's well spotted. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Minutes has been indicated.
That was very necessary. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. He's away! And he's there to belt it away. He's a sharp little ball here. It's come to nothing. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Griezmann. Mbappe tries a shot! In he goes again! He's scored! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Mbappe. Goulet aims beyond the defence. So just a one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Now it's Mbappe. That's been slid through. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Koundé.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Mbappe, it's a searching pass. Well timed, excellent interception. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's been cut out, well played. De Bruyne. Some resolute defending there. Mateus.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That has been cut short. De Bruyne knocks it into space. And that pass just didn't quite work. Mateus, Vitinha, Mbappe, Rummenigge.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Looking to play him in. Mateus.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
The referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Shot, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 10, De Bruyne. Number 4, Gulen. Coming on the field, number 7, David Villa. Number
And
22,
now a sudden chance to counter.
number 14, Edin Ketin.
Now he's got space here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Mbappe. And he's surging through. Chance for a shot! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way.
Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cannavaro. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Villa. This looks for a goal! He's got a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Nketiah is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
David Villa.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, easy pickings there. That looks a good ball through. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now the ball in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saliba. Nketiah. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Cannavaro gets good distance on it. Mbappe, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Nketiah. Mbappe. Nketiah. Can he finish? That's fallen kindly here. That's really well cleared. Musiala. And here's Mbappe. And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.